tragedy, mystery, and outrage. The haunting death of Menglong at 37. The entertainment industry has always been a place where fame, beauty, and success shine brilliantly under the spotlight. But behind the glamour often lurks a darkness few truly understand, a world of relentless schedules, immense pressures, and, at times, inexplicable tragedies. On September 11, 2025, the world awoke to one of the most chilling shocks in recent entertainment history. Menglong, beloved Chinese actor and singer, had fallen to his death from the fifth floor of a Beijing residence. At just 37 years old, he was in the prime of his career, adored by millions across Asia for his gentle charm and memorable roles in historical dramas. His passing not only silenced a rising star but also ignited a storm of suspicion, speculation, and global grief that refuses to fade. This is not just the story of a death. It is the story of unanswered questions, conflicting accounts, and a collective demand for truth in a case that many believe has been far too quickly dismissed. The official story: a fall, no criminality. Hours after news of Menglong's death surfaced, his management issued a statement on Weibo, the platform that often serves as China's heartbeat for breaking celebrity news. With unbearable sorrow, we confirm that our beloved Menglong fell to his death on September 11th. The police have ruled out any criminality. We hope he rests in peace, and we ask for strength for his family and loved ones. The words were simple, final, and seemingly designed to shut down speculation. But rather than bring closure, they only poured gasoline on an already growing fire of questions. How could a healthy, thriving, seemingly happy actor suddenly plunge to his death? Why were the authorities so quick to rule out foul play when so many bizarre details had already begun to circulate? The last night alive. Reports suggest that on the night of September 10th, you attended a small private dinner gathering in Beijing with 5 or 6 close friends and acquaintances. According to deleted posts by a well-known paparazzo, the evening was filled with light-hearted conversation, laughter, and drinks. Around 2 a.m., you reportedly excused himself, saying he was tired, and retired to one of the bedrooms. He locked the door from the inside. Hours later, at 6 a.m., his lifeless body was discovered outside the building by a neighbor walking a dog. If this timeline seems hauntingly ordinary at first glance, the cracks in the narrative appear almost immediately. Multiple neighbors claim to have heard raised voices and the sound of an argument around 4:30 a.m., just half an hour before the fall. Another resident insisted they saw unfamiliar figures entering the building earlier that night, raising further questions about who else may have been present. The disturbing details. What makes Menglong's death so chilling are the unsettling details surrounding it, details that don't neatly align with the official explanation of an accidental fall. The locked door. You had locked himself inside the bedroom, yet somehow he ended up outside, 5 stories below. How could this happen without force? Broken window mesh. Reports suggested that the protective mesh on the window had been broken, as if someone, or something, had pushed him out. Missing curtains, a small but strange detail. Sources say the room's curtains had been entirely removed before his fall.
Why?
2 Rolex watches. Perhaps most bizarrely, he was allegedly found with 2 Rolex watches in his possession. These expensive timepieces reportedly belonged not to him, but to one of the guests at the dinner party. Why were they in his hands at all? Deleted posts. A paparazzo who first reported many of these details saw his posts swiftly deleted, sparking rumors of censorship, silencing, and a cover-up. Each detail taken alone might be dismissed. But together, they form a tapestry of suspicion that is impossible to ignore. Fans demand justice. The world of social media erupted in disbelief. Within hours, hashtags like #JusticeForYumenglong began trending across Weibo, TikTok, and Twitter. Millions of fans rejected the official story, demanding a deeper investigation. This isn't just a tragic accident. Too many things don't add up, one fan wrote. Another posted, first the locked door, then the broken mesh, now the Rolex watches? We are not fools. We demand truth. Grief quickly gave way to anger. He was known as one of the gentlest and most genuine stars in China's entertainment industry. A man who avoided scandals, treated fans with warmth, and cultivated an image of humility despite his fame. For such a figure to meet such a grisly and confusing end felt like betrayal. Lee Min-ho's connection? No, but speculation runs wild. Adding to the frenzy, international outlets briefly speculated on Yu's connections within the wider Asian entertainment world, even linking him to Korean stars he had once collaborated with. While no evidence tied them to his final night, the global entertainment ecosystem thrives on rumor. Every gap in the story became fertile ground for conspiracy theories, with fans eager to find meaning in the chaos. A divided narrative. As the days passed, two dominant narratives began to emerge. The accident theory. Supporters of this view argue that Yu, likely exhausted from a grueling filming schedule, may have been disoriented, leading to a tragic fall. They point to the late hour, alcohol consumption, and physical fatigue as possible explanations. The conspiracy theory. This group believes with certainty that Yu was the victim of foul play. They cite the locked door, missing curtains, Rolex watches, and deleted posts as evidence of a cover-up. In their eyes, powerful figures, possibly tied to management or other influential circles, wanted him silenced, and his death was orchestrated. The polarization has only grown stronger with each passing week. A career cut short. For fans, Yu Menglong was not just another actor. He was an icon of sincerity in an industry often criticized for its manufactured images. Rising to fame through his memorable roles in romantic and historical dramas, Yu carved a niche for himself as a versatile performer with a deep emotional range. His music career further endeared him to fans, his soulful voice adding another dimension to his artistry. Beyond his professional achievements, Yu was admired for his modesty and kindness, often seen interacting with fans in ways that felt genuine and heartfelt. That such a man could be gone in such a disturbing way only amplified the grief. To many, his death felt like a robbery, not just of a life, but of a future filled with promise. A haunting comparison. Yu's case has been compared to other mysterious celebrity deaths in Asia, incidents where official accounts failed to satisfy public curiosity and rumors of cover-ups lingered for years. These parallels have fueled suspicion that Yu's tragedy is part of a larger, darker pattern in the entertainment industry. One where power, money, and secrecy often outweigh transparency and truth. International shockwaves. The story quickly transcended Chinese borders. International outlets from Japan to Korea to the United States covered Yu's death, framing it as both a heartbreaking loss and a cautionary tale about the darker realities of fame. Global fanbases, many of whom had followed his dramas through streaming platforms, organized online vigils. Digital billboards in Seoul, Tokyo, and Los Angeles lit up with tributes. But alongside the mourning came the same troubling questions. Why so many contradictions? Why so little clarity? The search for truth. As of now, the investigation remains technically closed, with authorities maintaining that no foul play was involved. But for millions, that answer is unsatisfactory. Independent journalists, netizens, and even former insiders of the entertainment industry continue to push for a fuller accounting of Yu Menglong's final hours. For every deleted post, there are screenshots preserved. For every official denial, there are whispers of dissent. The truth, it seems, refuses to be buried. Legacy of a star. No matter what the final verdict may be, accident or conspiracy, one thing is undeniable. Yu Menglong's death has already reshaped conversations about fame, transparency, and accountability in entertainment. He is mourned not only as an actor and singer, but as a symbol of how fragile life is, even for those who seem untouchable beneath the bright lights of stardom. His fans vow to keep his memory alive, not through blind acceptance, but through the pursuit of answers. Conclusion. A question that will not die. In the end, perhaps the most haunting part of Yu Menglong's death is not just the loss itself, but the silence that surrounds it. A locked door. A broken window mesh. Missing curtains. 2 Rolex watches. Deleted posts. Each detail whispers a story. And until those whispers are acknowledged, the world will not stop asking, what really happened to Yu Menglong? For now, we are left with grief, with anger, and with a lingering mystery that may never be solved. But in the hearts of millions, the demand remains, justice for Yu Menglong.